YSL fragrances, or Yves Saint Laurent fragrances. This brand has released some amazing modern staple fragrances that you should have today, and also some timeless fragrances that you should own today as well. And at the same time, they release a whole bunch of just crap. So in today's video, I'm gonna be weeding through the collection of YSL and tell you which one you should purchase. Yo, what's up guys, Tim here, welcome back to another video today. And today I have 7 YSL fragrances that you should purchase before even looking at any other YSL fragrances, all right? So the first one right here, we're just gonna jump right into it. And oh, one thing, leave a comment down below. Which one is your favorite YSL fragrance? I would love to know. Now the first one right here is L'Homme Ultime, or Old Time, however you want to pronounce it. This one is rumored to be discontinued or maybe have been recently discontinued. So this one is the first one you should go ahead and look for and buy. If you find a bottle, just pick it up just in case. This one is a very, very fresh citrusy rose fragrance. And some of you guys out there are like, Timmy, rose? I'm a man, I don't wear rose. This is not that kind of rose. It's not your grandma rose, your pungent rose, it's nothing like that. This one is just very airy, fresh, refreshing, relaxing type of rose fragrance. I highly recommend this in the hot sun, spring and summer. This is phenomenal, good casual wear, good date fragrance as well, because it really sets you apart from any other guy out there, because this thing smells extremely, extremely unique. And if YSL is actually discontinuing this one, they made a mistake. So yeah, pick this one up first, L'Homme Ultime. All right, so the next one right here, we're gonna go with the original L'Homme, the one that started it all. Now this is ginger, citrus, and violet. This thing is timeless. It's a timeless DNA. It's one that you should own today or smell if you're new to fragrances, because no other fragrances can copy this one and do it justice. This is just L'Homme. It's always gonna be the masterpiece. L'Homme smells extremely nice, easy to wear, sexy without being too try-hard, gentlemanly as well, while at the same time being youthful. So it's all that in one fragrance, and it fits all age group. It's such, again, a masterful DNA, a timeless DNA. You should own this one if you haven't owned it yet. Highly recommend it, highly versatile as well, and the performance is way better than you think. The projection on this one has gotten me compliments from like a few feet away at times. So yeah, L'Homme by YSL, amazing fragrance, and it's one that even till this day, very relevant. Next one here, we have La Nuit Alone, and this is the edition art bottle. Of course, you can't find this anymore, but you know, this is the one I grabbed. I do have the actual bottle, but I just want to show you guys this one because it looks a lot prettier. So yeah, La Nuit Alone, cardamom, of course, lavender. This to me still smells sexy till today. Every time I want to dismiss La Nuit Alone, every time my brain is like, La Nuit Alone, that's kind of, you know, it's old news. People don't care about it anymore. And then I pick it up and I smell and I'm like, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, La Nuit Alone. I should have never told you. This is just that kind of an amazing fragrance. It has the same effect to me that L'Homme does, is that it is timeless. The cardamom in here is the sexiest smelling spice you'll ever smell in any fragrance. And I'm saying that in comparison to a lot of newer releases as well. None of the new releases, and I repeat, none of the new releases does cardamom as well as La Nuit Alone. I'm sorry, this one is just the sexiest cardamom fragrance on the planet. And surprisingly, very versatile for your fall time or your summer nighttime even. So yeah, La Nuit Alone in 2020, I still highly recommend it. Last one from the L'Homme and La Nuit line, this one is La Nuit Alone L'Intense. Now this I describe as an artist type of fragrance. It has iris mixed with the La Nuit DNA, which softens up the fragrance a lot, adds a little bit of richness to the base. So it's not just like an airy, fresh, spicy, sweet fragrance. It has a lot more depth, some warmth to it, some richness, some complexity, and it smells unique, artistic, while at the same time very, very mass appealing as well. Now, is it as mass appealing as La Nuit Alone? I would say no. La Nuit Alone is definitely sexier, more alluring, but this one, if you want a little bit more of a uniqueness, a little bit more character to your scent, something that the girl will definitely remember, La Nuit Alone Intense. And this one, out of all of them, it's actually my personal favorite and the one I wear the most. Next one here, we're gonna go into the Y line now, and there are 3 of them out of 4 that I recommend you get. Actually, I would recommend the whole line, but the first one, performance not so well, so it's not a must buy, but it's still really nice. And that one's the original one, by the way. And the first one here we're gonna talk about, we're just gonna go in order of release. There you go. The next one after the original Y is of course Y EDP. This one, if you want a straight mass appealer, if you want a straight compliment getter for your fall nighttime, winter nighttime, this is it. The only time where this does not work is humid weather. So don't wear this in Thailand. Don't wear this in, just anywhere humid where you're sweating a lot. This one does not work. It comes across cloying. I've had a lot of reports from my friends in Thailand who have tried this, and majority of them have told me that it is too much when the weather is just that hot and you're just sweating that much, all right? So this one reserved only for the drier climates, but if you want just a massive compliment getter, this is it. And the performance of this one, massive as well. You're not gonna have any complaints whatsoever, and the people around you are definitely gonna love this fragrance. Next one here, I think this one was released before the other one. This one is YSL Y Live. Now this you can wear in humid weather. This is, to me, the daytime variation to the EDP. If EDP is a compliment beast monster for the fall, winter, and evening time, this one is for your spring, summer, and daytime throughout the year. These two are massive, massive, massive compliment getter, extremely easy to wear fragrances. These two, this one especially has a little bit more of the blue vibe to it, but in a quite unique way. It has that Y DNA mixed with the blue vibe. So this is, to me, more unique than your Luna Rosa Carbon, than your Aqua Atlantique or your Dylan Blue. I rank this above all 3 of those fragrances. Actually, I like this one much more. This one leans a little bit more on the sweetness, not so much the shower gel, but more on the sweetness. I'm talking about the EDP. The Y Live, this one out of the Y line is my favorite. It's the one I wear the most. It's the one that is just a dumb reach for me, and it works every single time. Performance on this one is on par with the EDP. You're not gonna have any complaints whatsoever. So yeah, so if you're looking for a little bit more of a creative touch or a little bit more unique blue fragrance, Y Live is the one you should check out. Last one here, we have YO Fresh. Now this one beat out the EDT for me in terms of summertime. That's the reason I didn't put the EDT in here actually, because the EDT, I would wear that one in the same situation as I would wear the Eau Fresh. And this one to me has a lot more freshness. It's a lot more rejuvenating for the super high heat. I wore this one out in the sun a few times during the last summer, and I have actually gotten some compliments from it as well. People like this one. It's by no means a like wow reaction anyway. It's just you smell nice. If you want compliments, like I said again, go with the previous 2. Those are much better for compliments. But this one, if you want a refreshing kind of cocktail citrus vibe, this one is really, really nice, and it's one that I enjoy quite a bit last summer. All right, bonus fragrances, bonus fragrances. Now these 2 are the dishonorable mentions of YSL, all right? These are the 2 fragrances that I was hugely disappointed by, and these are their 2 newest releases in the L'Homme and La Nuit line. And let's go with this one first. La Nuit Alone Eau de Parfum. This one just tried to follow a little bit of that tonka bean trend and failed. It just failed. It does not have that La Nuit Alone DNA that people love. The cardamom in here is muted. It comes across a little bit more warm and sweet. It's just not what La Nuit is. I guess they tried something new, but really they didn't. They followed the trend and just failed, that's all. They're not like a Paco Rabanne where they try a new DNA and is it actually a new DNA. This is them again following a trend, and it blew up in their face, because this one is just not that great, and no one talks about it. You can look online right now. It never makes any top 10 list or anything, and for a good reason. It's not as good as the original or the L'Intense. Those 2 much, much, much better. Last dishonorable mention for today, and this one is L'Homme Le Parfum, the newest release from YSL in the L'Homme line. And this is YSL take on a blue fragrance, yeah, for the L'Homme line with the L'Homme DNA. And they have Y Live and EDP. I don't know why they just didn't stick with that, but they had to bring the DNA to the L'Homme line as well. I feel like the L'Homme line and the YSL line, they have two different creative directors or something, or they just don't like each other and they try to one-up each other or whatever. But this is the most unnecessary fragrance in the YSL collection. Actually, Cologne Blue is another one that's pretty not so great. But yeah, really disappointed in this one. Smells nice. I'm not gonna say it smells bad. It smells nice, but it smells uninspiring. That's all, just uninspiring. All right guys, that is it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment down below if you haven't done so yet, one of your most favorite YSL fragrance. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and bye.